March 27th. Dear Elizabeth, I write to you in hopes that you are fine. No, scratch that. Dear Elizabeth, I write to you in hopes that you will be mine. And what I mean by that is, I was walking past the coffee shop when I happened to notice your face, and with nothing less than doubtful grace, I stepped towards the counter and I ordered a pumpkin spice latte. But all I really wanted was to say, hey, I'm only here to know what your voice sounded like. And I'm assuming it's as sonorous as a hummingbird's vocal strike. And instead of saying that, I just got super nervous and I ordered the first thing of the menu, and I genuinely don't know what pumpkin spice is. But when I saw you, I cussed for the first time because looking that beautiful had to be a crime, and then I thought to myself, hey, when God made you, I knew that He turned towards an angel, high-fived him and said, God damn, I'm good. And I thought the same. Yours sincerely, Pumpkin Spice Latte Guy. April 4th. Dear Elizabeth, I spent the last 8 days searching for ways to introduce myself, and all I have is this. Hi. Hello. I play the violin. Do you play the cello? Yeah, that's all I have so far, because whenever I see you, I don't seem to know where my words are. You see, I want that my friends think I'm crazy kind of feeling, that whenever I'm with you, I'm hazy kind of feeling, that wake up in the morning to your text kind of feeling, that you make me not worry about what life throws me next kind of feeling, that screw picnics, I want to climb Mount Everest kind of feeling, that you make my words feel like the cleverest kind of feeling, that I want that deepest kind of feeling, that stay up all night, tell you all my secrets kind of feeling, that you are my destiny kind of feeling, that you make the best of me kind of feeling, that no one can get the rest of me kind of feeling, that and whenever you're mad at me, all you need to do is look my way kind of feeling, that and I'll know what to say kind of feeling. I want that feeling, because if the world is our vessel and we are the pots and pans, and with every tinted glance that you throw at me, you make me love my own poetry. Yours sincerely, the guy who can play the cello. April 15th. Dear Elizabeth, the first time you asked me to play cards with you, I swear the only game I wanted to play was a game of hearts. Because within the trick up my sleeve, I was the jack of all trades and you were the queen, in my thoughts. But when you suggested that we play poker, I sat there poker-faced, my drumkick heartbeat raised, my mind slightly hazed, my expression half-dazed, because I dang well did not know how to play poker. But your smile made me agree to it, so around the table we moved to sit, and you dealt out those cards, still slightly tipsy from that bottle of Jaeger, so you asked me to wait out a wager, and me, looking for something big, something major, I said, if I win, you have to let me fall in love with you. Again, if I win, all you have to do is let me fall in love with you. And you smiled and agreed in my time of need, and my heart blew up, moved to space with speed, and we played. Granted, you ended up winning the game, but I still ended up falling in love with you. And if I were to say I really wanted to know you, that would almost be a lie, because I'm the kind of guy that will pour your thoughts into a wine glass and sip it slowly like I'm on vacation. You see, Elizabeth, if I could, and I would sing you a song. You see, if I could, and I would never let anyone prove my feelings wrong, because every time you blink or you flutter, I lose my words, my voice, I stutter. I feel as though Cupid didn't have an arrow to hold a love this size, so he hijacked a plane and flew it right from the skies and into my heart. You see, Elizabeth, if I could, and I would let your eyelashes be violin strings, my heartbeat could be the bass line, so whenever we stand next to each other, we play a symphony all the damn time. So if my friends ever ask me if you're my lover, I'd say no, because they're wrong. I'd say you are my musician, and I'd hope to be your favorite song. Yours sincerely, the jack of all trades. May 10th. Dear Elizabeth, I am not a love poet. I cannot define love within the confines of words and binary characters. I am not a love poet. But if I were a love poet, and if I were to write about love, my hands would shake, words would never take off like a flightless dove. It's like giving a weapon of mass destruction to a pacifist. It's like if a hurricane made a cornflake. It's like if love met me. But if I were a love poet, I'd write about you, about me, about us, about everything from cars to planes to riding the bus with the sailor's trust. I would write metaphors so powerful it could split the seven seas. I would write a love poem so sweet the ink on the page would attract honeybees. Now believe me, I am not a love poet. But if I were, I'd write about you. And I mean, it all started with a dream. And in that dream, I was a mason, and I built the foundation for our love. And you were an architect, and you designed the blueprints of our story. But the only time I saw you was when you came out of the balcony of your beauty while I unhinged the pillars of hate. But you went back in, and I died without ever seeing you again. And in the next life, I was a girl, and I was your classmate, and I would sit right next to the door just to see you come late. And I'll be honest, I didn't know what homosexuality felt like until you flipped your hair and you rode away on your bike. And after I died, I resurrected as a caterpillar. I turned into a butterfly. I landed on the palm of your hand, but you brushed me away like another insect, and that rejection killed me. And I woke as a traffic signal, and you were a crossing guard, and you had this walk that could make an atheist believe in God just in time for him to say, "God damn!" And after a car hit me, I came back again just as a trumpet, and you were a grand piano, and we were both owned by this guy named Beethoven, and he said I was filtered noise and you were elegance, and he threw me away, and I thought it made no sense because we could still make music together. And after I died, I came back again just to look for you. I whistled your name into the winds through and through. I recited the memory of the first time you told me I love you, like I had deja vu. I wrote love notes and left them in random places, hoping you would accidentally find them. I wrote words and metaphors so eloquently until it became a poem, but you didn't, and I died early. I died with breadcrumbs on my thumbs, with a milk bottle in my mouth, heading down south, and just before I died, I placed a piece of paper in my pocket so I could use that as a boarding pass to where just so I could look for you all over again. You see, that's why whenever we hold hands, I tend to hold on a little bit tighter, and I'm sorry. I just don't want to ever lose you again. Yours sincerely, Half a Love Poet. October 14th. Dear Elizabeth, a short poem. Roses are red, I critically hate goodbyes, so the chances of us splitting is like finding rain in Dubai. October 20th. Dear Elizabeth, so I'm not sure if this is a coincidence or not, but I was changing channels on my TV with a new remote control I got, and I ended up watching the Weather Channel, and they switched into News International. My point is, I'm not sure I heard whether the weatherman said it correctly, but I think he said it just rained in Dubai. October 28th. Dear Elizabeth, I have no idea why you think I'm a tree. See, you can have the benefit of the doubt. I've never seen you compare a book with a rock, a key with a sock, a door with a knock, so why do you think I'm a tree? See, in this busy blue ball of ours, misconception is never going to take us far, so I tell you to relax, to calm down, and you say, "You're such a tree." What? Is it because I'm usually standing in the same place? Well, that's only because I'm rooted to you. So I try to move around as much as I can, spread my arms wide with acceptance of anyone's grief or sorrow, and you say, "You're such a tree." I still don't get it. Why compare me, a creature who has barely seen daylight, with something that lives off it? I try proving you wrong by changing myself, bettering myself, loving myself, and you say, "You're such a tree." I knew it was all over when you bought that woodcutter. I knew it was all over when you brought another man into our bed. Another man, another axe, another whack at my stem, stepping on my heart like another leaf, stepping on me without disbelief. You're right. I am such a tree. It's hot outside. You just needed the shade. November 5th. Another short poem. Roses are red, you left me lost without direction, but that's okay because the chances of me breaking down is like Trump winning the election. November 8th. Shit. December 22nd. Dear Elizabeth, it has been 2 whole months of me trying to get over you, and I'd like to think that now maybe I did. But that does not explain why my couch and I have become one with another while I watch reruns of Friends over and over again, or why I can't tell the difference between honey and a bottle of whiskey, or a knife and a pen, because I die both ways. I buy new clothes just so I could dilute the memories we made in the old ones. I play with my old science kit so I can remember that other things have chemistry too. I hike mountains and rough terrains just to remember how you rocked my world. I talk to myself in the metro, in the bus, in front of the mirror, because there are some things that I never got to say. Like, please don't go. Like, please stay. Like, please, just please. It is at only these moments do I realize that winning a heartbreak means that realizing there is no winning in a heartbreak. The first time I saw you, I came in to hear your voice, and now I think I lost mine. Yours sincerely, February 14th. Dear Elizabeth, I know it is Valentine's Day, and Lord forgive me for what I'm about to say, but the only hearts I want to see is ones dripping with blood after my killing spree. The only bears I would give to you would have their first name as Grizzly, because when I first saw a picture of you and him holding hands, I asked Santa for a chainsaw, and felt weird, because your flaky fingers intertwined with his looked like a sphere was trying to enter a jigsaw, and shucks, I am ready to kick him in the nuts with a jump kick surprise before I gouge him in the eyes, and I am sorry in advance. I am sorry for this unnecessary hate towards man I have never met, because my definition of being broken is getting beat up by a stranger, but still willing to give him all you have. But what else do you do when everyone says time heals all, but you feel like your clock has Parkinson's disease? You used to tell me that my kind of love made no sense, that my kind of love was ridiculous, that my kind of love was silly, and I guess I see it now. My kind of love would get beat up in high school. My kind of love would get robbed in an alleyway. My kind of love would get shanked in prison, and frankly, Elizabeth, I have to agree. But it is the only way I know how. My kind of love is not weak. My kind of love is clumsy. It is helpless enough to fall for itself and refusing to get up, and every time I look at you, I see a part of him crouching under your smile, lying behind your laughter, and if he checked your eyes for footprints, we would never be able to find mine. Only his. But god damn it, Elizabeth, I feel like an iPhone with a broken screen, a metaphor without a sentence, but that's okay, because at least I have my rope and my fan to support me, and all these tiny dents in my hearts that you wrote in me. You make me want to beat up my own type of love. You make me wish there was a good God above. You make me love the words you threw at me. You make me hate my own poetry. Sincerely, Cupid Hater 101. March 11th. Elizabeth, I know I haven't sent you any of these letters, and I know this isn't going to make it any better, but it is over now. I feel rested and sober now, and I know whoever's going to read this is going to think I am a broken tool or a lovesick fool, but tell me, what would you do if you saw the most beautiful painting in the world? And I mean a painting so gorgeous it would make even the dumbest of high school jocks go, "Hey, that's a nice painting." And I mean a painting so magical Houdini would come out of his grave for it. Would you stare at it forever until you're considered clinically insane, or would you move along the line? hoping to come back again one day, looking for it. Yours sincerely, a paintbrush. June 25th. Dear Elizabeth, I write to you in hopes that you will be mine. No, scratch that. Dear Elizabeth, I write to you in hopes that you are fine.